Join the con. After many technical difficulties, we have finally gone ahead and get started. We have two players here ready to go ahead and start calling the cards, and we have our first player down below. First player is Lucas. Lucas, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you come from. You want to speak at the mic?
I'm 11 years old and I come from Blair, New Jersey, and I really want to win this game.
All right, that's good to go. That's good to hear. And we have her opponent, and we have his opponent, excuse me. That'll be Super Grover Girl. Super Grover Girl, how you doing? Tell us where you are from and where you come.
I'm from Brooklyn and I teach second grade.
Okay, that's good to hear. All right, players. What we are going to do today is we're going to ask you several questions to try to figure out if you can tell us how well you know your common man. First person to go ahead and do so 2 times in a row by calling these cards goes ahead and gets to play out big money cards for a chance to win up to $38,000, quote unquote. Now, before we go ahead and deal with these cards, we have to first figure out first question, and then we're going to start off with Lucas over here. Lucas, we asked 100 people at Otakon 2016, have you ever bought water from the ice cold water guy outside the Baltimore Convention Center? How many people said yes, they have bought water from the ice cold water guy outside the Baltimore Convention Center?
35 people.
You're going to go with 35 people? Okay, so we're going to lock you in with 35 and you're playing off the red cards. Super Grover Girl, do you think the actual number is higher or lower than 35?
Go higher.
You're going to go higher. Okay. Of course, I don't know the answer to these questions, so I get them myself. If you get this call correct, you're going to the cards first. If not, Lucas will be. The actual number of people who actually bought water from the ice cold water guy is 54, and we are going higher. All right, so Super Grover Girl, since you're playing off the blue cards, you're going to get the first chance to play my first card, and this card is a 7. Since you won the question, you can go ahead and choose. You want to change the question? So I'm going to take the next card from the top of the deck, and that card is a 4. You have to play off the 4 now.
Higher?
You're going to go higher than a 4. If it's another 4, you lose, and Lucas will get a free shot at his cards. Higher than a 4. It's a 5. So, higher or lower than a 5?
Higher.
You want to go higher? Okay, you can freeze it. You want to go for it?
Let's go crazy.
All right, you're going to go higher than a 5. Higher than a 5. It's an 8.
Freeze.
You want to freeze here? Okay, so you froze your position here. That means when you get your shot at the cards, you're going to start off with this 8. You're going to be 2 cards away. Lucas, if you get shot at the cards, you're going to be starting off your first card. You're going to be trying to call off the first 5. All right, hop back up here. And Super Grover Girl, you get our next question. Staying with the last question, we asked 100 people at this year's Otakon 2016, with the convention moving to Washington, D.C. next year, will this year's Otakon be your last in Baltimore? How many people said they will not be moving over to Otakon in Washington, D.C. in 2017? How many people? I don't know. You guys can go ahead and shout off numbers and everything like that if you want to.
21.
21? You're going to lock in as 21 as your answer? Lucas, for control of the cards, do you think the actual number of people who are not going to move over to Otakon, with Otakon moving over to Washington, D.C., do you think the number is actually higher or lower? You don't think the number is actually higher? All right. So the actual number of people who actually will not be moving to Otakon in 2017 in Washington, D.C. is 26, just a little bit higher. Okay, Lucas. So because you got that question correct, you're playing off with the red card, and we start you off with a 6. You can keep that 6, or you can change it.
I'd like to keep the 6.
You want to keep the 6? Is the next card going to be higher or lower than a 6?
I think it might be higher.
You think it might be higher? If it's higher than a 6, you're playing on. If not, Super Grover Girl gets a shot at the cards. Higher than a 6, and it's a 9. You want to freeze off of that 9, or you want to keep playing?
I like to freeze the 9.
You want to freeze on the 9. Okay, so Lucas, you're starting off with 9 with 3 cards left to call off. Super Grover Girl, you're starting off with 8 with 2 cards left to call off. As we proceed to our 3rd question in game number 1. Okay. There you are. We go over to Super Grover Girl now. This question was submitted by, Guinea McQueen of California. It's a lengthy one. In 2014, DC Comics announced that they were abandoning all their superheroes from having happy relationships, feeling that their superhero lives come at the sacrifice of their personal lives. So we asked 100 readers of superhero comics, should all superheroes' personal lives and relationships be doomed like this, or is the whole idea simply poor writing? How many superhero comic readers say the whole idea is simply poor writing?
49.
You're going to go with 49? 49 and playing off the blue. Lucas, do you think the actual number of people who say that the writing is simply poor writing, higher or lower than 49?
Everybody
Higher.
says higher.
You're gonna go higher? Okay, so we asked 100 people, how many superhero comic readers say that the whole idea is simply poor writing? The actual number is 61. Okay, Lucas, you are playing off of the red cards with the 9 showing. Do you want to change your 9 or do you want to keep it?
I'd like to change it.
Okay, we're going to take the next card at the top of the deck, like so. We're going to change that 9 into a 3. Very good card. You think that next card is going to be higher or lower than a 3?
Higher.
Way higher than a 3. Next card is a jack. Jack, higher or lower than a 3? I was like, higher or lower than a jack? Or you want to freeze?
You go with your dad, it's okay.
Lower? You think it's lower than a jack? If it's lower than a jack, you play on. Lower than a jack? It's no. It's actually an ace. So you lose these 2 cards. These cards go over here. Super Grover Girl, you play off of the 8. You cannot change the card. You must play off the 8.
Higher?
You're going to go higher than an 8. Higher than an 8. No, it's actually a 6. Both players being correct. I will deal off 1 card to replace the 1 revealed.
Once you get that high, it's hard to.
And then I will deal the next 2 cards. Over here. And over here. And I now come around for question number 4. Players, we've reached sudden death in this game. Somebody must win this hand off of this player's card, so be careful. We went to Lucas last time. We went to Super Girl.
Went to me first.
Oh, you went to you first, so we're going to go to Lucas this time. Lucas, we asked 100 Pokemon fans. Have you ever successfully filled a national Pokédex in any traditional Pokemon game from red, blue, yellow, all the way to X and Y? How many Pokemon fans have said they completed every single national Pokédex from red and blue all the way up to X and Y? Not including Sun and Moon. We haven't got that far yet. So just up to X and Y.
I'd say 20.
You say 20, so we're going to lock in 20 for red. And Super Grover Girl, do you think the actual number is higher or lower?
Because I didn't even understand the question.
Oh, I'll read it.
No, I heard your words.
Oh, okay. You just
I'm
didn't
a
get the
Pokemon,
question.
so I'm like, word. Higher.
You're going to go higher. Okay. So the actual number is higher or lower, we'll find out right now. The actual number of Pokemon players who completed their national Pokédex, the one that keeps track of all the Pokemon they have ever seen and captured, is... Oh, wait. 33. Let me get that actual system real quick. And the software is really messing up. Higher.
5, everybody.
There you go. Okay. Now, Super Grover Girl, like I said, this hand is in sudden death. You have a choice right now as you're playing off of the blue cards. You can either play off of this 8, and if you do so, you can change it because you won a hand. But when you do, you must call these next 2 cards. If you're wrong, Lucas wins the first game. Or you can pass it off to Lucas, who must call it off of this 3. If at any point in time he messes up on any of these 3 remaining cards, you win the round.
I'm going to change it.
You're going to change that 8, which means you're playing this hand. So your 8 now becomes a queen. Higher or lower than a queen?
I know how to play the game, thank you.
Higher or lower than a queen?
Lower.
Lower than a queen. If it's lower than a queen, we have 1 card left, and it is lower than a queen. It's a 9. Higher or lower than a 9 for the first game 3?
Lower.
You're going to go lower than a 3. If it's lower than a 9, you win the first game. If not, Lucas does. Higher or lower than a 9? No! It's actually a 9, which means Lucas, you win the first game.
Good job, Lucas.
And let me go ahead and get the fanfare playing for you guys real quick. Sorry about that.
That's right.
And this. Well, we got the actual Oh, wait. That's what happened. Nope. All right, sorry about that, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties with the cards. Okay, so we're going to take these cards, we're going to clear off both hands. And now we're going to set you up for game number 2.
Yep, time. I'll be slower.
Just take a moment.
No, I said, yeah, I have to win that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after this brief non-intermission. So Lucas won our first game, so that means you're now one step closer to go ahead and start playing the big money cards. And now we're going to proceed into game number 2 with Lucas ahead by 1. And we're going to start with, we started with Lucas in question 1. That means Super Girl, we're going to start with you on question number 5. So, excuse me. At a recent convention, we asked 100 people, have you ever spent more than $200 on a single cosplay? How many people have said, yes, we've spent over $200 on a single cosplay?
That's right, 80.
You're gonna go with 80, so you're thinking everybody is a big baller, right? Lucas, is the actual number higher or lower?
Lower.
You're thinking it's lower. Okay, I know some crazy people in this cosplay community. So we asked 100 people, have you ever spent more than $200 on a single cosplay? Out of those 100, how many people said yes?
Oh, wow.
Actually, it's again, the computer decided to mess up. Let me get the actual correct answer on there. And it was lower. And there we go. It seems like you want to enter in 33s. Okay, so new game, new set of 5 cards. Lucas, you won that hand. You're playing off the red cards. So that means you start off with a 4. Do you want to play that 4 or do you want to change that 4?
I want to play that with 4 and I think the next card will be higher.
You think the next card is going to be higher? Feel free to grab that microphone with my pedal set for anything. So you think the next card is going to be higher than a 4, and it is a 5. Is the next card going to be higher or lower than a 5?
I think it'll be higher.
You think it's going to be higher than a 5. If it's another 5, you lose, and Super Girl gets a shot of her cards. Higher than a 5, it's a king. Do you want to play off of that king, or do you want to freeze?
I like to freeze.
You want to freeze. So you're going to start on the king. Only 2 cards left in a row.
He was like, damn, I gotta lose.
2 cards left for Lucas to call.
He's about to run it. You're done.
Yeah, dude, you could have ran
Hey, Lucas, we start off with you in this one.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, no, wait. Rover Girl, you started.
Yes.
So Lucas, you start off on this one. Lucas, we asked 100 Sonic the Hedgehog fans. Whether you like her or not, do you feel that Princess Sally Acorn is a Mary Sue? A Mary Sue being a character that's just completely there, is a complete female, and is completely overpowered. How many people do you think actually like, how many people feel that Sally Acorn from the Sonic the Hedgehog series is actually a Mary Sue?
40.
40? We're gonna go with 40? Okay. And Super Girl, how many people do you think?
I'll go lower.
You go lower. Okay. So, how many people actually said that Sally Acorn is actually a Mary Sue? Out of 100 people,
Wow.
exactly 50. Okay, Lucas, we're up here now.
Hey, we're kidding about the
You are
fan
now
base being
playing
split.
off of this king. You either call this king or you change this king. What would you like to do?
I'm going to say lower.
You're going to play this king and go lower. Okay, so Lucas, is this card lower than a king? And it's an 8. Do you want to play this 8 or do you want to freeze?
I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze. Okay, so you are now 1 card away from completely knocking out Super Girl, and 2, Super Girl, you need this hand to stay alive. We start with you on this one. Remembering the last question, we asked 100 more Sonic the Hedgehog fans, whether you think she's a Mary Sue or not, how many Sonic the Hedgehog fans actually like Princess Sally Acorn?
27.
You're going to go with 27.
Give us questions.
I don't write them, I just read them. Lucas,
I think it's going to be high.
you think it's going to be higher than that? Okay, so remembering the last question, we asked 100 more Sonic the Hedgehog fans whether you think she's a Mary Sue or not. Do you actually like Princess Sally Acorn? Out of those 100 people, how many people said they actually like her? 64. Okay, Lucas, you can win the game on this one. You start here with an 8. Do you want to change this card?
I'm going to change the 8.
You are going to change that 8. Next card off the top of the deck. And that card will be a king. Is the next card higher or lower than a king?
I think it'll be lower than
You think it's going to be lower for a king? For the game,
It'll be heartbreaking for the ace.
I think it's bottom.
Big money
It's
card.
It's an ace.
Is it lower than a king? And it is. Congratulations to Lucas. You're playing. You're going to be playing the big money cards. All right then. Lucas, in just a moment, we're going to give you a chance to try to win up to $12,800 in a big money cards right after this, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. All right, this is the part in this round, and I'm actually shocked I'm actually on time. All right, so this one, this is shiggles. Let's see what will happen. You would have started off with a 7. Call it higher or lower than a 7?
Higher.
Higher?
Not my fate.
All right. So the game works the same exact way, but the only difference is I play a green card deck now. That's 1.
That's
2,
fine, yeah.
no questions. You're just going to straight bet whether or whether not the next card is going to be higher or lower. And green money cards. Luckily, I remember some stuff. So, let's set it up real quick. Start here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Up here. 1. I'm sorry, no. Now, there we go. Okay. 2, 3.
Spell us in $200. Cheap people. Have these people met Voltron?
Yes, I saw him.
Right, exactly. The left shoe is $200 alone.
There's 6 big money cards.
Everybody wants to admit they spent that much money at a cosplay, I guess.
I don't think it's how many people spent on how many people are willing to actually say it.
Yeah.
Good question.
Because Voltron and his whole crew, they were at New York Comic Con, we saw them.
Okay.
Well,
Let's see this. This is over 200.
yeah.
Yeah, this is actually like something like 200 and change dollars each.
This is like 50.
And we're back.
You can leave the microphone, I can put it back on the stand.
Yeah. So you can just leave it right here. And back on. Okay, there we go. And let me get this actually in the frame. Like actually like this frame. This is wonderful on YouTube. Okay. 1, 2. All right, and we're back with today's big money winner. That'll be Lucas over here. You've already won $200 from the main game, going 2-0 in the best of 3. You're now going to get a chance to go ahead and try to win up to as much as $12,800 and possibly even more. Here's how this works. Notice how there are now 7 cards laid out on top of the stage. You're going to start off on the far left-hand side over there with 1 card that you get to change. And just like you did before, call higher or lower than the actual cards. And unlike the main game, however, you're actually going to be wagering money on this. So every single card you're going to call off a wager and how much you want to bet if the next card is going to be higher or lower. As you do so, you're going to keep doing so and keep doing so until you get here to the end of this row. Then we're going to take that card, move it over there to the top of the second row, give you more money, $400 more, add that onto your total and let you do the same exact thing. When you get to this last card down here at the end, this is what we call the big bet. When you get down here, you must bet at least half of the total winnings on this final card. All right? And I will let you change the card up to 3 times, 1 time for each row, but only at the start of each row. So only once here, only one's here, and technically only one's right there. All right? So we start off with the top card of the deck, freshly cut and shuffled, and your first card is a king. Now, you start off with $200. Do you want to change this king or do you want to play this king?
I'd like to play the king.
How much do you want to wager that 200 that the next card is higher or lower? No, stay close to the mic.
And look at your dad.
Yeah.
I'm betting.
Minimum 50 and must be increments up 50 as well.
200.
Go for it.
I'm betting 50 that's going to be lower.
It's going to bet 50, that's lower. All right, unlike the main game, if this is another king, you don't lose, you don't win, it's just a push, and we keep going from here, okay? So, if this card is, you said lower?
Lower.
$50 lower than a king. This card is a 7, so you're now at $250. Off with a 7, call the next card. How much you want to wager?
I'm going to say another 50 then it's lower.
Another $50. For $300, is the next card lower than a 7? It's a 3. You're now up to $300. Is the next card lower or higher? And how much you want to wager?
I'm betting 100 that it's higher.
So you're betting 100 out of the $300 you won. $100 is higher than 3. It's a 7. All right. So you're now up to $400. I'm going to take this 7. We're going to move this 7 up here to the new row. I'm going to give you $400 more, so you now have $800. You can change this card right here if you would like to, or you can change, or you can play on to the next card.
I'd like to change it.
You like to change the card, so I'm going to take the next card from the top of the deck. Change the 7 to another king. $700. How much you want to wager, and what do you want to call?
I'm just watching his dad.
50 that's lower.
$50 lower. Playing way too conservative. All right, so $50 that's lower than a king. It's a 6. $750 now. Call it 6. You can call more than you can call any card at $750. Just to let you know. $750. Call it 6.
75 that is higher.
75. That is high. It has to be multiples of 50 though. So
250.
Oh, sorry, then 50.
50. All right. So $50 lower than a 6.
Higher.
You said higher than a 6?
That's higher.
Higher than a 6. $50 higher than a 6. It's a 2. Okay. This is the first time you actually missed one. It's down to $650 now. Call this 2.
Cool.
400 that is higher.
400 that is higher. You sure you don't want to go all?
I'm going to go all.
You're going to go all. Okay, just making sure. $650 higher than a 2. And it's a 5. All right. So this 5, you now have $1,300. You must bet at least another $650 on this 5. You can change it if you would like.
Change.
You want to change that 5. All right, so we're going to take the next card from the top of the deck. And that 5 now becomes... Whoop. That actually is your card. It actually becomes a king. $1,300. How much you want to wager and what do you want to call?
All that is lower.
Yeah.
All of it that is lower. For $2,600 or bust, is it lower than a king? And it is! $2,600. What this generally translates into means that you get $26 in additional prizes. We're going to give you an additional $200. That means you have a grand total of $28,000 for prizes from our prize pool. And Super Grover Girl, we do have something for you just for playing up here today as well. So that's all the time that we have for today. Here on Car Shows, congratulations to our big winner Mike. I was like big winner Lucas, excuse me. And for all of you, once again, thank you guys for watching another Lost Door production. My name is Paul Williams, and hope to see you next time at our next convention for Card Sharks. Take care, everybody.
Good job, bud.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Now we have more time. I'll go ahead and do another game, but we are actually out of time.
Yeah.
We're actually on time to actually finish. So yeah.
Good job, bud.
Yeah. All right. So let me pack this down real quick. This should not take me no more than